What's going on, everybody? It's your guy, Too Real Anime, and today, listen, y'all know I usually talk about manga and stuff like that, pertaining Boruto. Now, today, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm gonna be having a theory slash speculation, if you would call it. Now, I believe, even though chapter 65 is not out yet, and we have no idea what's to come next, I have quite a few, theories in my mind that I think might happen in the next chapter. And one of them, me personally, I think is going to be Sarada and Mitsuki are going to show up. Now, I know some people are like, well, where have they been the last few chapters? Because I mean, of course, we get that dialogue a few chapters back from them saying that, basically Team 7 has been disbanded and, they cannot go on no more missions due to Boroshiki and stuff like that. And also, that makes me think about like, oh, shit. So with Boruto actually going at it right now with Code, even though Mitsuki and Sarda, man, come on now, the storyline. You know the storyline by now where it's though, okay, they're going to show up. That's like their brother in arms, basically. So they're going to show up. Like, I'm not sure, like I said, if we're going to actually see Naruto fight, because me personally, I don't think we're going to get to see Naruto fight. I think this is just one of those ass pulls where, listen, he's going to pop out with the new form and it's going to be like, oh, damn, he missed him right in time. But at that moment, Mitsuki and Sarada also shows up because that's their boy. That's Boruto, man. So at this point, like I said, man, I believe that they're going to show up. There's no other reason or why they shouldn't, and why the writers can't at least put him in or put her in that moment right there, because I want to see, I just want to see Mitsuki versus fucking Code. I want to see Mitsuki Sage Mode in the manga. I want to see this shit, yo. I want to see, like, Sarada try to hit this dude with a Chidori right quick before he goes through one of the little loops and shit. Like, I want to see that shit, yo. Like, I want to see that. And I believe we as fans and readers, we're going to get the fan service we deserve sooner or later. But, I understand there's a lot of haters out here that don't believe the story will get any better without Naruto or Sasuke. So, I mean, listen, that's other people's opinion. But me personally, in my opinion, I believe the storyline is very good, even without Sasuke or Naruto in the storyline itself. Honestly, because like Boruto said in the first episode and the first chapter, this is his story. You get what I mean? So we have to pretty much go with that. And if you're a fan of the entire series, it shouldn't be no issue for you just to be, okay, well, I'll watch it because I'm a fan of the entire series. But, some people don't think that way. But I want to get back to what I was talking about as far as my theory on that. But I honestly believe that we're going to see Sarada and Mitsuki possibly the next chapter now. I'm not betting all my money on it, but I would say there's probably a 85% chance that Mitsuki and Sarada pops up out of nowhere. Like, there's going to be that chance because, come on now, they're probably hearing it through the village like, oh man, Boruto's in trouble. We gotta get to him. Like, we gotta see what's going on. Like, they're tired of feeling left out. So this is that moment where they can come and be like, yo, we're tired of feeling left out, and they're going to actually show up. You get what I mean? And, I see a lot of people saying, well, Sasuke might pop up too and all this. It's not that time yet. See, because I made a theory about this when I made my first YouTube video, Cracking the Code. I said, Sasuke is, of course, going to die at the hands of Code. I don't care what nobody say. Now, listen, things change over time. Hell, Kawaki might be the one that bodies him. Hell, Boruto might be the one that kills Sasuke. No, nobody never knows, you know what I'm saying, until the actual time come. But as far as the storylines going, it's making me think that, okay, maybe Code might be the one that actually kills Sasuke. Because if you look at it, the way they basically, I wouldn't say nerf, but they took away one of their main powers in the Rinnegan and also the Nine Tails, and they took those away, and it makes me think like, damn, wow, like what do they have left? Of course, Sasuke has the EMS, and Naruto has Sage Mode still, which in their own rights, like I said, they're very fucking powerful still at this moment. They are not weak at all. But to go against newer powers and possibly more Osuski, it's like, damn, like, I don't think they're going to make it through that next wave, to be honest with you. And, it's good. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm the type of guy right now, man. Listen, I'm going to be real with you. I don't care if the main character dies in an anime or a manga. I don't care if the main character dies at all, because that gives the story more, it gives the story more depth. You get what I'm saying? Like, when Light Yagami died at the end, it kind of gave you this feeling like I'm sad, but I'm also happy, because at the same time, you were kind of rooting in the hopes that, damn, L was actually a good guy, and L was just trying to be himself and actually catch this motherfucker. But, Light was just like, he's getting too drawn into the fucking Death Note. So it's just like, when you think about shit like that, and you're like, damn, I like how that character just went out on his own terms. You get what I mean? So that's going to happen soon, regardless of how anybody likes it or not, regardless how anybody feels about anything. You get what I mean? So, that's the writer. The writer has the right to do anything they want with their story, and however they want, and that's going to stick forever. You get what I mean? So I feel as though, when they kill off characters in stories like that, it's not because they dislike the character, it's because they want to give the story more depth. And they feel as though, since they've been writing the story for so long, and they've been writing a story good for so long, they feel as though, you know what, maybe this character can go out in his own terms. Kind of like how in the anime of Boruto, how Inoki went out in his own terms, which in my opinion was kind of like, okay, okay, we get it. And with the puppet soldiers and all that, we understand that. But for him to go out to like a Madara clone is kind of like, okay, bro. It's like, okay, you went out to this dude who got the Madara haircut, and now you're dead. And it's like, damn, why, if they're gonna do that, why didn't he just go out against, like, it would have felt more realistic if Inoki would have died in the 4th grade ninja war. It would have felt more fucking realistic. It would have felt like, damn, this dude actually got bodied by Madara the same way he bodied all the fucking Kage. It just makes you think in your mind. But I'm sorry for getting off track, man. That's just me spitting facts in my mind that I have. But other than that, these theories that I have in my head right now about chapter 65 is just going insane. And I feel as though that's going to be the boiling point of what's to come as far as, the future of Boruto, because now we're seeing Code, and we have not seen Code serious yet. And of course, you don't never see a real anime character or any character in any type of anime or manga get serious until they take off their cloak. Bro, once they take off their cloak, bro, or if somebody like unsheath their fucking blade or something like that, oh, it's going down. It's straight Black Air Force energy out here. But you already know, man, like, I don't think we're going to see Code get serious. Like, I don't think we're going to see him get serious at all until later on in the chapters. That's unless they're going to actually try to go after him, which I hope they don't try to go after Code. I hope they just get Boruto help. That way Boruto can try to figure out what's going on between him and Momoshiki. And like I said a few chapter reviews ago, I said that possibly that Boruto might actually learn how to tap into his own consciousness the same way Naruto had to learn to actually tap into his consciousness and speak to Kurama. I think that's what Boruto is going to have to end up doing with Momoshiki. And I mean, listen, narrative wise, I mean, it kind of makes sense to do that as far as the parallel between him and Naruto with Kurama, whatever. And it just makes you think like, damn, all of them had, like, everybody in Naruto had that that conscious moment where they had to tap into their selves. So maybe Boruto has that moment where he can tap into himself and possibly reach out to Momoshiki and talk to him and say, you know, you're my friend, Momoshiki. I don't want you to kill me. I don't want you to get eaten. So let's just be friends. You know, and possibly, and listen, man, I don't know. Some stories, they'll do that. Me personally, I don't want that to happen. I want Boruto to still be on the verge of death. I want them to figure this out the hard way. I want it to be like a life or death situation, you know, and Boruto adapts that power over time, just the same as Code, as like Code still has the karma seal, but he's not an actual vessel, and he can't be an Osuski fully, so he just got the power of the Osuski. So, you know, it makes you think that maybe that happens with Boruto in the sequence of the first episode of Boruto in the first chapter of the manga, where you see Boruto on top of the monuments with Kawaki. It makes you think at that moment, like, okay, is he still a vessel? Does he still have Momoshiki? Because if he was 85% when he fought Jigen, if he was 85% when he fought Jigen, from what he said, I mean, from what Ishiki said, from what Ishiki said when he was choking out Boruto, he's supposed to be at 85%. So by the time that time skip happens when Boruto is fighting Kawaki, Boruto should already be a fucking Osuski by then. I mean, to be honest with you, he should already be an Osuski by then because his progression was moving fast. So maybe, like I said, with the pills that Amados gave him, maybe the pills actually work, but maybe they work in a different way. Maybe it's going to take Boruto to possibly reach out to Momoshiki, you know, see if, you know, hey man, like, you're going to pay some rent, like, you know, rent's due, boy. I'm trying to get right because you're sitting in here living rent free in my head and my body. You know, you can come out when you want to, you can kill anybody. You know, I need to know what's up for I hit you with that eviction notice. And maybe the pills are the eviction notice, but we never know until that time comes, man. I'm just spitting stuff out of my head right now at this moment. But anyways, chapter 65, man, I just really hope is going to be that turning point in the manga, in as far as Boruto. I just really want that to be the turning point at this moment, because, you know, I don't see no other ways that at this moment they can't integrate or put in Mitsuki or Sarada at this moment. There's no way that they should not. As writers, like, you got to understand, you know, the same way if Naruto was in trouble in Shippuden or in the manga, at that moment, you would think in your mind, okay, Sasuke or probably Kakashi or Sai or Sakura, one of them always shows up right there in the nick of time. And it does, and it's always like that. Like, oh, I'm on the way right now, but somebody's already closer, so they're there before you get there. So that might actually be the case with Naruto when he's on the way there and he's in his he's in his Sage Mode transformation, and he has our boy Shikamaru with him. So, you know, you have basically two, you know, experienced ninja right there on their way. So, you know, it might actually be Cole actually might almost get fucking jumped. Cole might get jumped. He might actually be like, oh shit, I didn't think they'll all show up like this. And that's when he'll probably, like, Kawaki will probably be like, you know, all right, just take me, bro. You feel me? Because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Listen, like I said in the beginning of the video, I would love to see a Mitsuki versus Code, like a Mitsuki go Sage Mode, bro, versus Code. That should be fire, like, because Mitsuki has that intellect that he can actually be like, okay, I can figure out how to beat this nigga over time if I just sustain my stamina over time. You get what I'm saying? But I don't think that's gonna work with Code, man. Code's a different fucking dude, but, you know, that's just wishful thinking in my mind. It just makes me feel like, okay, you know, I want to see these type of people clash out. You know, but other than that, man, honestly, I can actually see this story going somewhere, man. And by chapter 65, yo, we should definitely see, man. We should definitely see, because I don't believe Sasuke is going to show up. I don't believe that nobody else is going to show up but Naruto and Mitsuki and Sarada and Shikamaru. Those are the only ones I think are going to show up. And I had other theories saying, Orochimaru is definitely going to be in the manga, which I still think to this day, Orochimaru is definitely going to be in the manga. And it may not be, in the next few chapters. This may be like in possibly the next few chapters, or possibly in the next few months, we might see Orochimaru in that manga, man. Like, there's no other way. You can't put these characters in here at this pivotal time, because, leaving it, when you have such popular characters, and you want that to be like, okay, a turning point in your story, as far as, okay, I want to put these characters as my pinnacle, or my focal piece inside of my story. For instance, just like when people was like, oh man, Gohan got weak. Yes, Gohan got weak to us and to pretty much everybody in Dragon Ball. And it makes you think, like, damn, why did Gohan get so weak? Why do they do that to him? Because it's one character that's going to always get the most shine, that they have to pay more attention to. So everybody know, at the end of the day, dude, I don't care what nobody say, I would have rather watched Dragon Ball Z with Goku than them starting it over with Gohan and Goten, because I think that was the route Akira Toriyama was going to go. He was just going to just keep Goku dead and keep his storyline as far as Gohan and Goten. But I mean, to be honest with you, man, listen, dog. No, bro, you got to leave Goku in the story, dude. Like, no matter what, this dude's an eternal life. He's going to keep coming back. But other than that, man, this would definitely be the end of it, man. I apologize for keep rambling on about pretty much anything that comes to my mind at this moment regarding the anime and the manga of Boruto and other anime and stuff like that. But I appreciate the people who listen. I appreciate all the viewers. And, yo, have a great day. I'm out.